Hi, Clint here, Crimson Landscape, here to talk about your outdoor living design number 2. All right, just a couple of housekeeping notes. I had to slightly move the kitchen forward a little bit. By code, the kitchen has to be 5 feet from the property line. Your fence, in your case, is the property line. Structure can overhang the property line a little bit, but the post can't. Not an issue in this case because the post can't be at the back of the kitchen anyway, so not an issue there. So the way I designed the kitchen is, if I recall correctly, you have an oversized egg. So the oversized eggs requires a deeper section to fit the egg. So this section right here is deeper. This section will be your standard depth. This section is the deeper depth. We don't have to have this wall over here to hold in the egg, but it's a real popular option to kind of hide the ugliness of the egg. You know, it's kind of plain at the bottom, it gets real dirty at the bottom. I have one, so I understand it. Then this protects it from tilting over, so it's another good reason for it. And we can wrap the granite around it nice and tight if need be. You can't set the grill directly on the granite. You make sure if you do it, you get the feet. So you got a propane grill. This little door down here is just for shutoffs. This right here would be the propane tank. Then over here you can fit a refrigerator. We might be able to slide this over more, and I can fit a double door here. Or we could leave it like this, and we could add power right here or power right here. Most grills require power underneath for an outlet. The same thing here. If you put a kitchen, I would need to put an outlet down here underneath it for power. So power here, then maybe one in front. Then if you want a rotisserie, we would put one back here as well. Entirely up to you. Okay. Or I can put a power outlet over here, or I can put a power, like if you want to set your phone here, have it reach over and charge it right here, or put a speaker or something. Sky's the limit. It has to be encased though by code. We put our light switches right here on this post right here, so they'd run down the back of the post here, and that should have your light switches for your ceiling fan and lights. Up on the front here, we can do ring cameras to shine over your alley, ring cameras to shine this way if you want power. Floodlight you can turn on and off and on to face the yard if you wanted if you didn't move the putting green to the other side. So a few nuances like that. From a typical lighting package is going to be a ceiling fan and 2 lights. These lights put out a significant amount of light. I always oversize the lights for the space and put the lights on a dimmer. So just in case, like me, I don't see too well at night, you can crank up the lighting. I think that's about it for the kitchen. Again, stone's going to be a big price tag. The mason's going to be a big price tag. And grill and doors, of course. Depends on what you pick. Remember, American Outdoor Grill, or AOG, is going to be kind of that Chevrolet brand, where Fire Magic's going to be the high-end Cadillac brand. And I do like Fire Magic doors the best. AOG makes a really good grill, but Fire Magic makes better doors. Okay, that's pretty much it for the shade structure. Let me come over here to the house. Let me adjust it right there so you can see it from the house. It does look pretty legit from that angle. As you look out, you see that looks pretty cool, I must admit. All right, last thing I'll show you is just it at night. If I can get to it. So that's at night. Let me make it a little bit more night. There you go. All right. Yeah, again, that looks pretty cool. All right, so on the structure, last thing I want to show you on the structure. This is how we paint. This is an option if you wanted the conduit painted versus the gray. It comes gray. We screw the conduit to the structure, of course, because there's no way to hide it. But if you want to paint it, we can. This is our standard light. Again, I always oversize the lights. You can see it's painted. It's a black rim. It looks really cool. Then this is the synthetic glass I was mentioning. This is the entry level, the not 100% waterproof. The difference between this one and the 100% waterproof is the 100% waterproof will have a ridge here. This one doesn't have the ridge, so some water might squeak its way through here. It's about, in your case, I'm guessing about $1,000 difference between the 100% waterproof and the non 100% waterproof. I think that's all the pictures I have. Is it? Yeah, that's all the pictures I have. All right, let me pause there. I'll send this video over to you, and this weekend you can take a look and decide what y'all think, and just send me your wish list for Monday so we can start pricing this out. Thanks. If you're first time guest seeing one of our videos, you can check us out at crimsonlandscape.com.